adults not to cry in public, but if you must cry in public, do so silently with your chin turned down and slightly to the left. And dab, never wipe your tears with a handkerchief, never a napkin, and certainly never toilet tissue. Never admit to having a stomach ache. You might as well tell people that you have to go poopy. Just pretend it's a headache and save people the visual. Never speak to a married man outside of the presence of his wife. If a married man attempts to speak to you, close your eyes, turn your chin down and slightly to the left, and do not open your eyes again until you hear his footsteps walking away. Do not eat tortilla chips in front of a man you're romantically interested in. There is no enticing way to consume a tortilla chip. Your children are either the least interesting thing about you or they're delinquents. Either way, it's best not to talk about them. And if somebody asks about them, simply turn your chin down and slightly to the left until they ask a more interesting question. If you have an itch, press it firmly, do not scratch it. And if you have an itch that is private in nature, stay home. All social and work obligations can wait until after you've sorted out your little problem. We're going to a gala. We'll try to be home by 10:30, but you know how galas are, completely unpredictable. Plus, Jeremy is on the board, so we can't exactly say no if someone invites us out for a post-gala hot toddy. My shift ends at 9. I should be home by 9:37, 9:43 at the absolute latest. Sometimes my boss tries to keep me late, but I let him know that I have a babysitter who has to get to class early in the morning, and under no circumstances can I be home late. If you get hungry, feel free to have some almonds from the pantry. Just do not eat them all. Jeremy needs them for his post-workout snack. There's cash on the counter for you to order pizza for you and the kids. The kids will just want cheese, but please get your own pizza with whatever you want on it. Absolutely no screen time. They get plenty of that with us. You need to force them to be creative. We have some canvases in the closet. They could express themselves with oil paints, but do keep in mind that if they mess up any of our incredibly expensive furniture, you will have to pay for it to be cleaned. I'm sure you're exhausted. I don't care what you do with them. They can watch TV, they can play video games. Just try not to let them watch anything too violent or explicit, but you know, if it happens, it happens. I totally get it. You said you wanted $15 an hour, but that seems a little high, don't you think? It's not like you're doing anything hard. My dear friend Catherine pays her girl Maria $10 an hour. How does that sound? It's not like you have to pay taxes on it. Would $20 an hour be enough? If not, I can totally scrounge up more. So we definitely should have discussed this before meeting up, but what's your sun sign? Is that the same thing as a star sign? Sure, in the same way that a Catholic is the same thing as a Christian. But egregious oversimplification aside, yes, they are the same thing. So what's your star sign? I think I'm a Pisces. You think? Oh my God, that is such a Pisces thing to say. Don't worry, I can draw up a quick chart. When were you born? March 16th. Year? 98. Time? I think 7 p.m. I really wish you knew more than you thought, because the chances of you being born on the hour are slim, but we can work with it. Where were you born? Cleveland, Ohio. Hospital? Mercy Methodist. Do you know the room number? No. That's okay. It says the maternity ward is on the 4th floor. That'll have to do for now. All right, with the information that we have, you are indeed a Pisces sun, and you're a Libra ascending, and you're a Scorpio moon. Huh. Is that bad? It's not inherently bad. It's just a lot. I'm sorry. I don't think that I can do this right now. I'm just not in the place where I can take on a challenge. I really need to focus on myself. I'm a Leo. Do not exit that vehicle, ma'am. Put your hands back on the steering wheel and stay inside the vehicle.
I just want to make sure my kid gets inside okay.
And what? You thought you would just abandon your Subaru in an active car line? Do you frequently park right outside the talkie box in the McDonald's drive-thru and then pop on over to Home Goods just to see if anything catches your eye?
The parking lot was blocked off.
I know. I personally supervised the placing of the cones this morning. But don't worry. We have a team of PTA volunteers forming a barricade around the perimeter of the skill so that no rogue children can barrel into traffic.
Please, it's his first day.
It's not his first day. It's everybody's first day of skill. And if I allowed every emotional parent to exit their vehicle and wander around the parking lot, this place would look like a sad suburban version of The Walking Dead.
I don't want to wander. I just want to walk him inside.
Inside? You want to go inside the skill. Creepy. Creepy. Creep. Creep. I've kissed 3 guys, and only one of those was during Truth or Dare. And then another one was during Spin the Bottle. And then the last one was my cousin. Not my real cousin. We just call each other cousins because our moms are best friends. Family Guy's like my favorite show. It's so funny. Meg is so annoying. I would never be like her. I can tie a cherry stem in a knot with my tongue. Wait, where'd you get a cherry stem? That stem was defective. If it was a little bit longer and a little more flexible, I totally could have done it. Bet I can do more push-ups than you. I'm just sore because we did a ton of push-ups and gymnastics last night, but I could totally do more a different day. Megan Fox is so hot. I can't wait for Transformers to come out. I can already tell it's going to be like my favorite movie. Oh, Mrs. Walker is such a bee for giving us so much homework. Doesn't she realize football's on tonight? Want to see something really cool? It was Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Could you tell?
Get ready with me for yet another day of recruitment. I called it Rush in my previous video, but we're apparently not supposed to call it Rush because the term Rush is associated with hazing, and sororities do not participate in hazing unless you consider the systematic and ritualistic judgment and ranking of women based almost exclusively on their physical appearance, hazing, which we do not. I was also chastised for saying that all of the women in recruitment are white because I guess some of them could be women of color, but in a way that you would never know that they were women of color, and they're just not ready to come out as women of color yet. I'm actually kind of bummed because I was dropped by Sigma Alpha Kappa Gamma Chi Latte, and they were the highest tier sorority that I was still in the running for, and by highest tier sorority I mean they were the prettiest sorority I was still in the running for. It's not that I'm not pretty enough for them, it's just that they already have a member with naturally curly hair and they don't really need another member with naturally curly hair. I'm just kind of bummed that I was dropped from SAKGCTL before I even got to talk to any of the girls, because today's the first day of recruitment. We're actually allowed to talk to them. All the previous decisions have been made based on our headshots, high school GPAs, and parents' bank statements. I totally ran out of time, but this entire look is from the American Girl doll store, the Kit Kit Rich collection. Get ready with me for Rush Day 87. I'm still in the running for 4 houses: Sigma Alpha Kappa Gamma Chi Latte, Omega 3, Zip Zap Zop, and Papa John's. I just have so much in common with all of these girls that I've been meeting. We're all women, we're all in college, we all come from at least a moderate amount of wealth, and we're all white, which that last one is sad, but what are you gonna do? People say that being in a sorority is basically just paying for friends, but it's not paying for friends. It's paying to be a part of a group of people that you can text and call and hang out with and study with and go to events with. Something people don't realize about sororities is that they're super philanthropic. They do so much good for so many people that I can't even begin to name the people that they do good for. I'm just so excited to be able to bond with people that think the exact same way that I do and wear similar clothes to the clothes that I wear, and also get a substantial allowance from their parents so I don't have to pretend to be a broke college student. These jeans are Calvin Coolidge, this sweater is Mitsubishi, these earrings are Ghirardelli, and this is a blood diamond. Hey, I'm sorry you didn't get the lead. I know you really wanted it. Who told you I really wanted the lead? I didn't want the lead. I didn't want the lead at all. In fact, I would have been so disappointed if I had been cast as the lead, because the butcher's wife is objectively the more complex and challenging character. There's just so much to explore and discover with The Butcher's Wife. Like with the lead, there's nothing to explore because it's all just like right there on the page, like spelled out for you explicitly. But with The Butcher's Wife, there's so much room for me to like use my imagination and develop backstory. I honestly feel bad for the leads because there's just going to be no time for them to bond with the cast and crew because they're on stage for the entire show. Whereas with my character and dying in the middle of Act 1, I'm going to have so much time to just like cut loose backstage. Mallory's gonna have such a hard time in the real world because since she's always the lead, she's never had to develop that thick skin that's so necessary for professional theater. I'm personally extremely grateful that I have experienced so much rejection here and therefore am prepared for what it's really like. No, I know that I don't technically have to be here today, but I just wanted to come anyway because I noticed that they didn't name any understudies, so I thought that I would learn Mallory's part just in case. I'm sorry, but I just have to say that your performance as a short stack of pancakes in Grand Slam, the unauthorized Denny's origin story, is literally the reason I got into acting. That means the world coming from you because your portrayal of Fiona the Hippo in Menace the People's Hippo actually made me believe in the power of love again. No. Yes. What was it like working with Turd Cooper? Oh, it was a dream. Turd is just one of those directors who really knows how to direct, you know? You worked with him, right? On Butterfly vs. Christmas Tree? Yeah. And what was it like for you working with Turd? Oh, it was a dream. He just gets it, you know? I do know. So do you have any projects coming up? I do, but I can't really say much because there's not much to say at this point. That's very exciting. It is. Do you have any projects in the works? I'm actually working on a podcast where me and other celebrities talk about how inspired we are by each other. Oh, I can't wait for that. That's going to be so inspiring. It is absolutely imperative that you are 100% still while I am performing these injections. You never want to move around when someone is injecting something potentially toxic into your face. That's a really good rule of thumbs to live by. Are you ready? What do you mean by potentially toxic? I thought these were safe. Well, they are safe in that they are currently legal, but they are not 100% safe. What is? In our experience, they are mostly safe as long as they are administered perfectly, which is why you need to hold still, because I can't administer them perfectly if you're not being perfect. Are you ready? Wait, what do you mean by administered perfectly? Well, I have to inject you in exactly the right spot. A little too high, you lose an eye. A little too low, your brain's now slow. A little to the right, there goes your sight. A little to the left, now your brain is effed. I just want to make sure I don't permanently damage you. Are you ready? That all sounds really serious. How often do those things happen? Not too often. How often is not too often? Well, I get similar but significantly higher quality injections at least once a month, and I'm totally fine. Who does your injections? Her name is Dr. Maharaja. She works at Skin Experts Dermatology. Wait, you don't get them done here? No, I learned my lesson the hard way. My right eye is purely decorational. Now I go to a doctor. Come on, Mom, open it. I will, but can you please get this phone out of my face? I'm not even dressed. Trust me, you're gonna want to have this video for your memories. Montana, I don't even like looking at myself in the mirror. What makes you think I'm gonna want to watch a video of myself? Please, Mom, you're not gonna be around forever, and I want stuff to remember you by. Well, that's an awfully morbid thing to say on my birthday, but fine. Montana, whose dog is this? She's your dog, silly. You and Dad have just been so sad since Ripley died. It hasn't even been a month. Are we not even allowed to grieve? It's time to move on. It's what Ripley would have wanted. Ripley was a dog. All he wanted was chicken and licking people's legs. Okay, well now you have a new dog to lick your legs. No, we do not. We do not want this dog, Montana. We just sold our house. We bought an RV to tour the country. A puppy is not in the plans. You need to take it back. I can't just take it back. You're gonna have to figure something out. Even if we wanted a dog, we would not want one of these breathing problem dogs. Your father is already on a CPAP. We do not need a dog on a CPAP. It's a good dog. It costs $1,500.
Where did you get $1,500, Montana?
Never mind.
No, you wanted a video? Tell the video where you got $1,500, Montana.